Peace, everybody. Peace to all the gods and goddesses of Earth, and welcome back to another episode of the Trinity, man. The Trinity. We are back in the building again, back in the building in effect. And last week we touched on some spiritual awakening. This week we're gonna go into the physical part, and we pretty much breaking down the 3 stages of darkness for you guys. Pretty much the 3 stages of denial that you go through when you are coming into your awakening. And we just want to take the time out. First of all, I want to say much gratitude for all the support. I appreciate it on the platforms, man, YouTube and TikTok. We appreciate all the support from everybody. We really do. We do this just out of our heart. It really has nothing else for us. It's just our purpose, and that's just what it is. But first of all, man, I want to give a big shout out to my man at Developing Thoughts. I appreciate you, Noble. Thank you for the package, man. Love the package, bro. You know, you bless me. I appreciate it. And I always will give you the most up respect in the advertisement all the time, man. So y'all go check out my man at developingthoughts.com. I will put his link in the comments and in the title so everybody can see and go check him out. So, man, let's get into it. So, Trigger T, or as I see today, the gatekeeper. My man, the gatekeeper. I like how you embodying that. I appreciate that.
Yeah, upgraded since
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing?
Man, I'm doing good, brother.
Great.
Doing good, man. Doing great.
It's good to see everybody. It's good to be seen in this universe. To all my queens, my kings, my goddesses and gods. You know, so since the last show, as you can see the bookshelf behind me, I done a lot of studying. I done a lot of research. And I talked to you a little bit. I'm gonna call you Red tonight.
All right, Big Red.
Hey, I'm gonna call you Red number 1 because right now I'm feeling like Red number 2.
That Malcolm Red days, huh? Yeah.
Since we talking about the physical, man, I've been physically going through it this week, and I'm just gonna touch on. I'm gonna embody what I'm going through physically because I think that's important. And Red know and Mela know what I've been going through for the last. We in April now, so it's been since December that I've been a diabetic since I was like 11 or 12. And, you know, I've been dealing with different things through the course of me becoming a diabetic. But recently, I've been dealing with kidney issues. And December, I was hospitalized for 10 days and found out that my numbers were extremely low. So I wound up, once I got out, I don't know if y'all saw from the last show, I had my camera turned around today. I do PD dialysis at home. I've been doing it for would have been cuz probably about a month now. Yeah, it's been about a month now.
Yeah.
But through the awakening process, I've noticed, and not because the doctor said so, but because my God gave me the confirmation. I've elevated. All my numbers have elevated, and I get stuff from Red. I get stuff from God, of course, that tells me that you're not gonna need the medicine. You're not gonna need a transplant. You're not gonna need that. God's gonna heal you. And physically before I was struggling with it. You're like when you hear that word dialysis, it's like, you know, I cringe. But my wife was like, we're gonna get through this. And it was like the part of the this was the part of the awakening for me, because that's when Cuz came back in. Not that he ever left my life, but when he came back in my life at the right time, like to give me what I needed. God was speaking through him, through me. So physically, that's what I've been going through and struggling with. And now, I'm gonna tell y'all about this new physical that I dealt with recently. So I was talking to Cuz yesterday, and Cosmic, when you talked about King James, I went back, I looked up everything on King James. And everything that you talked about, I found. Everything. So y'all that's listening, wake up. I went back, and this is why you gotta do your research. What they say when you was in school, do your research. So I did my research. So anyway, I talked to y'all a little bit about how I felt Easter, right? But I didn't tell y'all that I actually was in church on Easter. And let me tell y'all how I felt. I told y'all I felt off. So this past Sunday, I get a call. Mella can relate to this. All of us can relate to this. My mother called me every morning. She called me every Sunday morning. Call me every day. You going to church? And I told Cuz this. I felt myself fighting with myself. Literally fighting with myself.
Well, and, to tell her no, or just to say you didn't want to go?
What'd you say, Mella?
To tell her no, or just for yourself? Kind of like what I was saying.
Whether I was gonna go.
Oh, okay.
But check this out. What happened, right? So my wife asked me, she's like, "Are you going?" And I looked at her. We looked at each other, and we in the process of trying to move and stuff, right? But I looked at her and I said, "We're gonna ride out." So we just rode out. Like looking, we was trying to move. So we went out, rode out, looking for houses or whatever, right? Looking for signs. You know how you do.
Yeah.
You're trying to move, right? So nothing was happening. And we were like, man, this is like, what's the word I use, Red?
I think you said it wasn't productive.
Wasn't productive.
Yeah, you said it wasn't productive, yeah.
Wasn't productive. So my wife texts a close friend of ours, like, hey, you know anybody that's, looking to rent, private owner, whatever, right? She named some people, whatever. So we just riding around. There's no plan, right? We get a phone call. This is the physical. This is still the physical. We get a phone call. And God, remind you, they look like us, walk like us, talk like us, right? So he's like, hey, I'm in PA right now. I can show y'all this house when I come back from coaching this basketball game. I'm like, cool. So we go talk to him, y'all. What does he start talking about? The same thing that we've been talking about.
What, about religion or just about what's happening in the world?
Yeah, about the world, religion, everything, right?
Yeah, okay.
You see where I'm getting at. So, but I was still struggling with what was going on, like, at the beginning of the morning. Like, was I supposed to do this? Was I supposed to do that? You know what I'm saying, right? And all while this is going on, my mother's texting me, hey, this person asked about you. The service was great. So now that's playing on my physical, right?
Right.
So the guy and his wife call us back after we finished talking to him. Like, my wife heard y'all's story. Man, we're gonna knock this much off y'all grant. We're gonna prove y'all. I say that to say, right? And me and Cuz already had this conversation. I say that to say, if I'd have made a decision to go to church, that never would have happened.
Right.
So I follow what God was. Go ahead. What'd you say, Mel?
I said you're right.
I follow what God was telling me to do. He didn't want me to go. And also with the physical part, when Cosmic was talking about the choir, okay? You talking about somebody who's been in the choir since he was like knee high to a grasshopper, right? You talked about the choir, and then I'm watching the service on my phone and the choir and the Conjuring. And I'm telling y'all, like, the way that I can feel myself fighting with myself. Like I can feel it. Like, wow, I'm in the bed, y'all. I'm in the bed, like, literally contemplating what am I gonna do. And I got listen, and it didn't go this far, y'all. I got up. I started getting my clothes out. This how deep it was. I started getting my clothes out. And I just laid them down, and I was still thinking, like, what am I doing? What am I gonna do? I had got my clothes out. I had prepared myself, like I would normally do. But it just didn't feel right. It just didn't feel right. I say, and if I hadn't made that, not even me, if I hadn't listened to my Creator and followed what He wanted me to do, man, you cannot go. I don't care who wants you to come or who misses you or who says where were you at. That don't matter. We all been there. We all had the 6 mamas in church. And you know what I mean when I say 6 mamas.
Where you been at? Where you at?
Where Mella at? Where your daughter at? Why she not here?
Right.
And, I say that to say, because I know, Mella, you going through that physical struggle with I don't know if you have or not, but talking to your mom about it.
Yeah.
And I'm not there yet, but I know it's coming. But He's preparing me because right now, I'm in, like I said, I'm like Red number 2. I'm in prison right now, and I'm studying. I'm getting educated.
Right.
Educated. Because when he came, remember, when he came out of prison, he hit the ground running.
Right, yep, he did.
His mind and his body was ready.
Yes, yep.
He had to get retooled. He had to get retaught. He had to relearn.
Yeah.
So he was living in the world. The way the world wanted him to live. So I say that to say that y'all that's listening, because us right here, we awake. We wide awake. We done heard the alarm clock. We ain't hitting the snooze button. We up.
Right. Probably wide awoke.
Wide awoke. So I say that to say, those of y'all that's dealing with the physical aspect of this right now, hey, don't get off the ride. Just let your mind open up. That's what I had to do. I was fighting that thing, man. You know how it is, Mella. Y'all know how it is. All y'all know how it is when your mama like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what?
You know how it is.
I have seen. That's a great testimony because I almost feel like it relates back to my dad. I seen a physical, the actual physical side of it, reaction to being in church and being at home. I rarely seen my father cry, but for some reason, whenever we went to church, it's like he would just be sitting there and the tears is just rolling down his face. So you have to bring tissue. He would always keep tissue on, but it's only like this when he's in church. So I'm like, it was just weird to me. I've never seen, I don't think he was faking, you know what I'm saying? You rarely see a man cry in public, but he was sitting there like, trying to keep his composure, but his tears are just rolling down his face. And then once he leaves church, he almost like he comes back to himself. So I don't know if like you saying, is it the resistance of, did he know? Like you said, how you fighting with it, gatekeeper a little bit. How you saying like it's just kind of like a struggle inside, but it was showing up. It was showing up on the physical side, where so he couldn't hide it physically. He would just be tearing, crying. So I never knew the answer to that. So maybe that's maybe that's relating somewhat to that. Don't you think?
Yeah, I couldn't hide it, Miller. I couldn't hide it. Like it was evident. It was so evident. My wife was like, "Are you okay?" Like I'm really standing there like not knowing what to do because I'm struggling physically. Of like, what do I do? And it's all about, and you know, it's all about, it's all about believing in the right thing.
Yeah.
And that's because it's like the unknown. Like my wife said, it's the unknown. Like, but if you believe in God and you believe in God, not all this other stuff that, you know, outside of that, you know what I mean? But it's a whole lot, man. It's like songs that I used to listen to and like and love. Like I don't no more because of what I hear in the song. Like I told Cuz this. I love you more than anything. But what did they said, Jesus, I love you more than anything. So now you're saying that you love him more than
anything.
You love God.
Yeah.
Then you love anything. So, you know, I watch different stuff now. I listen to different stuff. I try to like I said, I'm in that teaching mode. I'm in that learning mode.
Yeah.
That learning mode. I'm in learning mode.
So let me ask you this. So just like Camilla Fall went to church and how he felt how he did, which I told her from the beginning, I said he ain't like it. And she remember I told her that every time. And now I know what I know, I'm like, oh, that's definitely what it was. You know what I'm saying? And but far as you right now, like, and I know how I feel. Like, how do you feel like when you hear certain things or when you go eat certain things? Because you actually been on the diet thing, like, far as changing your food, you know what I'm saying, for a minute now. Yeah. So now, like, when you start to come into your awakening, bro, like, when your body starts to heat up pretty much, your taste buds and everything, pretty much all your vibrations is what I say, start to be activated, right? So your vision is different. Your hearing is different. All your senses is different. Pretty much everything that vibrates you is different. So right now, what I'm saying, asking you is, being as though that you in this, I would say, because it's like you in a frozen position, right? So your body is unthawing. Yeah, so it's like you coming to a part where you where you almost halfway unthawed, right? That's what I'm trying to say to you. So what is your vibrations right now? How do you feel outside of church? How do you feel about just your existence right now?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I feel really good. I really do. And I've already, like you said, I've been changed up the diet. But it's like I don't yearn for certain things that I yearned for before. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't. Before, it was easy for me to say, oh, I'm going to eat this, or I'm going to drink this, or I'm going to listen to this, or I'm going to watch this. I'm not as weak as I was before. You know, and I think a lot of that has to do with the not only awakening, of course, the awakening part, but of what my body was going through physically. And say, you can't do this. You can't do this because you just can't. You can't eat this. You can't drink this, or you can't, you know. And now with the awakening part of it, man, certain things I hear, it's like I turn my signal off.
Right.
I just turn it off. Like we was talking about, you know, we were talking about Lamar Jackson, remember?
Yeah.
And we were talking about the hoodie he was wearing.
Yeah.
We was talking about that, and they still, I seen it again, right?
Yeah.
it makes me sick.
It should. I see the cards, cuz. I see you.
Yeah.
I see you.
Huh?
Nah, go ahead. Keep rolling. Keep rolling.
It makes me sick, man. It upsets me now because I know.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? And I get upset not only because of that, but I get upset because I felt like I knew, like we talked about last week. I felt like I knew.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like Red. Oh, I see the cards. I'm like Red in the hole when they put him in the hole.
Ooh, not that part.
He said no.
That's
I'll tell you why. Because when he was in the hole, that's when he started to, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, he had to really like, oh my gosh,
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, and then he listened to what.
To self, in the self, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
my man went through it in the hole, bruh. And that's how it's coming out your unthawed part. And cuz can attest to this. Even wife, you can attest to. We can all attest to what you feeling right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, look at yourself as like venom, but not venom in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's coming out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Your soul.
Yes, sir.
And when you get to a part where you feel like I don't have no more fucking control, you don't, bro. That's where the Matrix fools you too. And cuz can attest to this too. That's Cosmic. No, my cuz know that shit. It fuck you up, bro. And this is why I wanted to touch the physical shit tonight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because everybody loves food. Everybody loves to be entertained. Everybody loves whatever can give them some sense of feeling or some sense of vibration. And that's why it's important to come into your awakening so your real senses, like I was just talking about, elevate to a higher vibration to where as you can entertain yourself naturally.
Yeah.
Where I can vibe outside just listening to the birds and the trees and had the wind just blow, just a breeze.
Right, the bird.
As a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's just music. Yeah.
This is what happens when you eat the poisonous apple. The apple.
When you bite the first apple.
The apple is red. And this is what happens when you bite the poisonous apple. You become sick. Your being as you know it becomes sick, and it can no longer tolerate the vibration at which you were vibrating at, the frequency that you were emitting. Everything that you put into your body physically emits a specific frequency. So you can't even be around the same people you was around. You can't even go into the same job you was going to. You can't even be associated with the circles that you were associated with. And it's not like you're trying to be mean to people, but your vibration, you physically cannot hold space in that space anymore. Even those people, they'll either be afraid of you or they're going to magnetize to you more. It just depends on their frequency that they're emitting, right? This is why they say, oh, go get your aura read. So you can see the color or frequency that you're emitting. And so when you, just like Cuz said, like, you know, your sight changes. Your body does a full, like, reset. And I don't know if y'all know, but the physical body resets every 7 years. You get a full new everything. And in 7 years, the regeneration cycle, which is crazy because 7, we know about the 7 days of the week, 7 deadly sins. You know what I'm saying? 7 circle 7. You know, arm, leg, arm, head, circle 7. You know, so this number 7 is the number of God. It's said to be the God number 7, right? And so, you know, with that being said, like you're the God within you is awakening, and that's what happens when you bite the poisonous apple. You know, and you see in these movies where these evil witches will offer the poisonous apple, you know, or the apple, and it's red.
Yeah.
It's red.
It looks juicy.
So you bite it and you eat it and you digest it, and now it changes your entire. And that's just it's just the sacred knowledge. It's just an apple is just a symbol of sacred knowledge or esoteric knowledge that's hidden. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge that most people don't know, and it's poisonous. It's this poisonous apple, right? And it's gonna make you sick. It's gonna kill you, supposedly, and it is. And but with death comes rebirth. So now you're in the process of the loop, the infinity sign. Now you're coming back around, and eventually, gatekeeper, you gonna make it back to who you are. You're gonna lose you have to lose yourself to get yourself back, and that's what and this is the physical back and forth that you're feeling right now. I just want to say I'm really proud of you for standing on your square and not doing. And the reason why, honestly, that wasn't God, bro. That was you. That was your higher self leading you to where you were supposed to go. That was alignment. We call that alignment when that happens. When you choose a different path, and that's why I pulled out the cards, because tarot teaches us a lot about our journey within spirituality, especially the major arcana, which is the first set of cards before you get to like your more emotional cards. But these are your major life lessons, and you this is the path at which you were at. You were at a crossroads, so you had to choose left or right, right?
But I put the cross down.
But you chose yourself, and you chose the middle way.
Yeah, you're right. I put the cross down.
What's up, right?
He ain't coming back to get it. I'm putting it down.
Yes. And that's choosing the middle way, and that's where your higher self leads you. It's not even God. It's nothing outside of you. It's you. Your Ori, your head, your crown chakra. That's what leads you every day, right? And so as you go through these, as you go through all of these different phases, you're going through the phases of the nervous system, where you're unlocking each Akashic record is what they call it. But it's really just unlocking the parts of you that have been hidden, right? And so you having to face your mama, that's going to be all of y'all, all of us who haven't told our people we're going to have to cross that initiation road. That's an initiation. So every time you go through these portals, they're initiations. It's a test. God gonna test you. Your Ori, your brain, this is a computer, and it's gonna test you to see, are you gonna go to church, or are you gonna go do something else? And you chose to do something else, and look what happened. But that's the timeline shit. You can jump time whenever you want. That's how magical you are, bruh. You put the cross down and look what happened.
He said, don't wait for the nigga to come back. Put that damn cross down. What's wrong with you? I put it down instead of waiting for him to come back. And you know, Cosmic, it's funny that you said, no, it's not even funny. It's just magical, because as much as I can feel myself fighting with myself, I can also feel myself making the decision for myself. If that makes sense. Like,
that makes sense.
And by you saying that, like, because I ultimately said, oh, that was God. No, that was me, because I'm telling y'all, I literally, the night before, you know how we do, and you know, we take our shower, we get our clothes, you know what I'm saying? You know how we do. And I got everything laid out, and I had everything planned in my mind, right? Like, yeah, mama say this, you know, blah, blah. But I'm telling y'all, man, I laid in that bed, and I kept looking at my phone, put my phone down, and I looked up at the ceiling, and you know how you lay on your side? I don't know about you. I tend to lay on my side, so I'm laying on my side, and I'm like, in heavy, heavy thought. And then I got up. And I stood up. And I just stood there. And it was like, and my wife looked at me like, well, are you going? What are you doing? Like, and I looked at her and I was like, nah, I'm not. I'm not. At that moment, like, it was like light bulb.
Yeah. Like,
It was that bolt. It was that bolt.
Yeah. The light.
You know what I'm saying? And what'd you say, cuz?
No, I said you're right. Like you said, right? We was talking about God come to light from the last episode.
Yeah, it was the light bulb. It was the light. Boom. It was that surge, that bolt saying, you know, nah, you're not doing this. You're not doing this. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, I thank you, Cosmic, for everything that you said last week, because I ain't gonna, man, not necessarily that I was in books, but I was watching certain stuff. I did read, but I did a lot of research. I did a lot of research, and I was
You have to know for
whole
yourself.
Shakespeare.
You
gotta know.
You have to know it
You
for
could.
yourself.
It's just
Right.
exactly. That's just like you going to that church and that pastor saying something. How you know? You don't know what he's saying is even. No.
Right.
Facts. And how many people sit in church and don't know nothing about the Bible but listen to the preacher? And you're being led.
Right.
What he's saying, looking at.
Where are you being led? You don't
You
even know.
are. You are being led. Yes. Yep. You are.
That's why they call that nigga the pastor, because the pastor is who watches over the sheep. Nigga. He's the pastor. He's the one that watches over the sheep.
Yeah.
That's why he's called that. That's why you got pastors and you got preachers. And you got teachers. Yeah, they all different names they all spelled as different names for a different reason. You know what I'm saying? But what I really wanted to touch on, bro. Right. But I really wanted to touch on what I think a lot of people deal with is mold infection of the body.
Mold.
Like mold infection. Like people that deal with mold. And I think a lot of people deal with mold and don't even know it.
It's almost like how, you know, how back in Baltimore they was calling, what they call it when we used to have the paint.
Oh, it's supposed to call
lead.
Not asbestos. You know,
Asbestos.
lead. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, back then everybody had lead paint. In trouble.
Yeah, lead.
Yes, yeah.
Lead.
So you something bad. But now we're infected by the mold.
I think a lot of people deal with mold, and I don't think they know.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like a silent killer. And it affects your bodies. It affects your body in all the three aspects of what I was just saying. Spiritual, physically, and mental. All three of them. And I really think that it needs to be looked at as a key component to why everybody's having a hard time coming out of their awakening. So when you look at the key component to the mold right now is the food.
In the air, too, right?
Yes, of course, the pollution, you know, but the main component is the food.
Right.
What you mean?
Yes, that is because that is the direct connection to the inside of your body. You know what I'm saying? So as within, so without. So if I'm affected on the inside, it's going to show on the outside.
Okay.
And if you look at the main component, what's in pretty much damn near everything is citric acid. Citric acid is mold. It's black mold. It's derived from black mold.
Yeah, I looked that up. It is.
Yep.
It's derived from black mold. And if you look at damn near everything that you get from the grocery store,
just take one glance at the back of it. Just one thing,
it's in it.
It's in it, yeah.
I look.
Yeah.
And I be trying to dodge that bitch every fucking chance I can get.
Yeah.
But at this point, you gotta know that your body is a warrior within itself, so it can fight that shit. Cause it's really no fucking way around it. I believe me, I didn't try. Cause I'm the nigga reading every fucking thing. Like, man, look, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this, I don't want that. By the time I get down, I don't have nothing.
No,
there's nothing in the cart. At this point, fuck it. I'm like,
somebody go over there one day, they said, y'all got a lot of vegetables. Y'all got a good cart. I was like,
But every now and then you will run across something that has natural citric acid. Every now and then. I haven't really seen that a lot, but you know, that's just pretty much like anything like lemon juice or lime juice or something like that.
Yeah.
But I was just saying that because I wanted Cuz to touch on like the spiritual aspect, cause I know you had looked it up.
Well, mold.
Like what mold does to like your body on the inside that people don't know of, and like how it affects you in all three phases of your body, and how it's almost like it's almost like, you know what I'm saying, when you see them possession type movies and this dark spirit is in there and it kind of like takes over the person. That's what it's almost like. You know, it's black, it's mold. So nah, cuz go ahead, you got it up.
Yeah, hold on.
My bad, I ain't mean to put you on the spot like that.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah, she ready.
So,
yeah.
According to Google, okay, just want to throw this out there. Mold is often mold is often viewed spiritually as a physical manifestation of stagnant energy, emotional rot, or hidden issues in a person's life, home, or spiritual path. It symbolizes a need to release control, cleanse toxicity like bitterness or fear, and address underlying spiritual or emotional decay. It is seen as a shadow force. So here, let me say that again. It's seen as a shadow force that highlights areas needing purification and light. Okay? Now, I just want to touch on that really quick because me and Cuz been going, having these conversations where we actually did a podcast together where we talked about creation versus construction. And I talked about how the patriarchy is a construct that, and I spoke about this last time, of how the patriarchy is an arc over us, right? I also talked about how masculine energy in its lowest toxic form is not manipulative, it is oppressive. It's oppressive and it's also bitter and it is fearful. And the thing about patriarchy, and we're talking about lower forms of masculine energy, right? I'm going to tie this to why we're talking about with the mold thing, right? But men, when they're in their lowest frequency, meaning like when they're in their most oppressive state within the patriarchy, this is their energy, and the physical manifestation of that comes from wanting to basically oppress the people that are within their system or within their environment, right? So this is why the food is the way that it is, and not just with the citric acid, but with sugar and, you know, with flour and breads and pastas, and most of the food that we eat, that we consume from the mass markets is in fact like infested with these types of ingredients, right?
Yeah.
And so this is nothing but the patriarchy oppressing us as participants, okay, as citizens of the United States Corporation. Because why? In other countries, these foods, these ingredients are what?
They're not right.
They're banned. And we have an FDA. So you have to ask yourself, what are the alphabet boys actually doing? What are the alphabet boys actually doing?
They're approving everything. They approve everything. It's almost like when you see everything. Well, how you see the movies and how they have the people who be like, well, I just paid them a couple dollars so, you know, to look over the minute things that's wrong. How they pay these people just to shut their mouth. It's a lot of that that's happening in the alphabet boys, like you said. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what we are witnessing is we're witnessing, and I hate to say this, but we are witnessing toxic masculinity. We are witnessing wounded, and I don't like to say toxic masculinity. I say wounded. This is how men treat you when they are wounded. They are abusive, And this is like, we gotta call a spade a spade. We are being abused by a patriarchal society. We are being oppressed spiritually. We're being oppressed physically. We're being oppressed spiritually with religion, with food, with the medical system, with the political system. And it's entrapping our minds. And you are, in fact, trying to get out. Right? And so, the symbol of stagnation and decay, back to the mold. Similar to how mold grows in damp, dark, and unventilated areas, spiritual mold represents areas in life where growth has stopped or where emotional stagnation is leading to decay. This system that we live in, it's taking us backwards. We ain't progressing nowhere. But this shit that we in, this some old shit. This some
It's mold. Is it mold old? Right. Is it mold old? Yes, it's old.
Like,
upside down.
Like, people talk about how the United States, I don't know if y'all know this, now I have never been out the country, but I do a lot of research on just other people's cultures. And we're like one of the only people in the, like, here that build houses with wood. And like they call them like stick houses or board houses. That's what a wooden house is.
Right.
We build, and all of our houses are built with that, right? With
they are.
Okay. And I live in the house that I live in now is the house I grew up in. But this is a 50-year-old house. So this house is differently built than the ones that are built the way they are now. And I've lived in them cheap ass houses that they call luxury. So how, like, you have to think about the amount of mold that can manifest within these apartment buildings where you have all these people that are living oppressed in a system. And how, like, these apartment complexes, they are riddled with mice and roaches, which mice and roaches also have a spiritual totem as well. And they have an identity as well, because they are a physical manifestation of our environment. You are a product of your environment. This is what is happening. We are becoming products of our environment, which is sick and twisted and dark and damp and oppressive and suffocating and all the negative things above, right? We are living in Satan's world. This is Satan's world. Okay? Satan, as they said in that video that you posted, cuz, the destroyer.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are living in a simulation that wants to destroy us. We're living in mold. Mold is everywhere. Remember, mold has spores. And that shit can jump. Because you know this. Because you grow.
Yeah.
You grow.
Yeah.
So you know mold has spores that jump. And that can
that
go.
Spread.
It spreads like a wildfire. And it's as Cuz said, it's a silent weapon for a quiet war. That's what it is. They say silent weapons for quiet wars. It is a silent weapon for a quiet war. Because the war is no longer going to be loud. It's going to be the war in your mind. And so the mold literally makes you insane. It can suppress you in your lungs, how you breathe.
And me coughing.
Your overall physical, like your rest, inability to rest, and having nightmares, and excuse me. It can also bring on allergies as well, right? And so metaphorically, mold is equated with hidden, persistent negativity in the heart, such as resentment, bitterness, or fear, that can dehumanize a person by disrupting their peace and relationships. Let me tell y'all, they are especially common for the black people. This is why our community has the most sicknesses, from the cardiovascular, diabetes. We are the most oppressed people in this.
The breast cancer, to cancer, all of it.
To cancer, to everything. We are the most oppressed people in this system. Why do you think we're the sickest? Why do you think we're the sickest? And have you seen the medical system in this country?
Oh my God.
They know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
So this is tied to last thing here. A call for transformation. Spiritually, the presence of mold can be seen as an ultimatum from the universe to stop clinging to old patterns, to purge toxic habits, and to allow for an ego death. Hear me, an ego death necessary for transformation.
Necessary for transformation.
It's asking you to become an alchemist, which is what we all have the ability to do. We're all magicians. We all have the ability to change our environment. If you have mold, purify the space. Purify it. Clear out the air ducts. You know, whatever you need to do to get it may cost you some money. But the first thing you need to do is start getting clean with yourself.
What did he say? What did she tell you? Get your house in order?
Yeah.
Affairs in order. Yes. And part of that is making sure, like, and this is why I love Chinese, the Chinese teachings of feng shui, because it teaches you like when you're in a space, we're in a square, because you know mathematics. I'm gonna bring you in on this about the square, right? So maybe you want to talk about why us being in these boxes, why that is energetically stagnant already, which is going to cause mold to fester.
Right. So you saying like being like how we in the boxes right now?
Yeah, like
how we sitting here,
or the boxes in the house, and yeah.
Oh, I got you. So for instance, a cubicle at work. First of all, think about how tight that cubicle is when you're sitting in there, right? And think about where your mindset is every day when you're inside just that cubicle, that one cubicle, all day long. Just in that same box, every day you go into that same box every damn day. The cubicle probably about the same size as like you said, as the boxes that we in right now. And your mind can only spread but so far because you just in that box right there. That's how mold is, bro. So think about that inside your body. It can only go but so far. So now it's going to start attaching your organs. Or start breaking down your organs. Start breaking down your muscles. Start breaking you down. See, I think somebody really need to do some research on what we talking about right now, because mold could be a main a main factor to everybody's health issues.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the cancer,
the psychosis,
all the psychosis, the heart problems. You know, because mold has been around for a long fucking time, bro. And you don't even, sometimes you won't even know you had that shit in your house at all. The crazy part is, when we got our home tested back in Maryland for the mold, and they had mold, and we had mold, it was bad, bro. I didn't know it was going to be that bad. When I got that shit checked out, the guy came in, he was like, nah, bro, this is bad. I was like, oh, fuck. He was like, yeah, it's all through your vent system, like, bad. I'm like, oh shit. So they claimed it. They did a good job, bro. But you know what he told me? He said it's going to come back. I was like, oh fuck. I said, what you mean? He said, yeah. He said it's because of the material, like you said, because everything is built with wood. It's cheap. They built that bitch with sheetrock. It's a sheetrock. That's what a lot of these homes built with too. It's fucking sheetrock. It's not even wood. Like you need to take a hammer and go right through the wall. Man, like god damn. I ain't gonna see you on my wall or nothing no more. Shit's crazy. So, but yeah, so he told us it would come back. I was like, all right, man, this is crazy. So
he tested outside.
So I had got somebody to come test when they came out and test the house. They tested outside. Brother dude said, he said, not only do you have mold in your home, you also have mold outside. I was like, bro, outside? I give up. I don't even fucking know. What you mean outside? Fuck you talking about, bro? What you mean? So I wasn't really surprised because I knew we lived in a swamp. Where that shit was at, it was all swamp area, bro.
Damn.
Gatekeeper, you remember the house?
Everybody remember the crib. Everybody came to the crib. Everybody came to the crib.
Yeah. Y'all had mold there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Everybody did.
Everybody
it wasn't
did.
just us. That shit
was all our neighbors.
Bad. It was one couple, bro. He said his child bedroom. They said remind me of poltergeist. It scared the shit out. He said the whole corner of the wall was black. Not at the top of the wall, the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, because it was in the walls.
Yeah,
bro. I said, you ain't staying there. I said, oh, fuck no. I went off in there.
Yeah, but
I trust that lady out, man. I'm telling you, bro. I stood on my square. She know I don't be playing, bro. I don't play about the family, and I don't play about myself. But when it come to the family, bro, I might take a little bit of shit with me, just a little bit. Mm-hmm. But when it come to them, oh nigga, I'm going all full zap out mode, nigga. You might even.
They was the wind up apologizing to him.
Yeah, I cussed him the fuck. Yeah, they end up apologizing to me.
The property people wind up apologizing.
Yeah, they came kiss my ass.
Yeah, because I want to see Mr. So and so. I was like, he's not here. I'm like, oh, I just wanted to speak to him about the situation. Everything's fine, you know, whatever. That was crazy though. It was in all the events, and then I got diagnosed with something because of the mold, I wound up being diagnosed with something. And yeah, so now, you know, just repercussions of that, pretty much. We was there for 7 years. 7 years. Look, a 7-year cycle. We got up out of there. Yep.
Come on now.
7 years.
Mellow, 7 years.
Mellow had so many health issues. You know, because you know he pretty much grew up in the house because he was like 3 when we first got there, so he was young, so he had a lot of asthma and stomach and just crazy stuff, and like he's fine now, so let her have issues too, but everybody was affected in some form or fashion. That's the thing, and we didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? Once we found out, we tried to do something about it. We did something about it. We tried to, but it's just crazy, like so. You know, it's the air. Everything looks so pretty on the outside. When you get to the inside, like, but even still, our house was immaculate. You already know our house is clean and cut. We didn't know. If we could have cleaned the vents, this nigga would be cleaning the vents. Okay. So, and we ain't know. So, okay.
Hey, Mother, that part when you said about look good on the outside, but the inside, that's what's going on with some people right now. They look good on the outside. Damn, they have no idea what's going on the inside.
I mean, the inside too, because even inside, like I said, the floors, they used our house as a show house. That's how clean our house was at all times. They want to have people, can we use your home? I said, no, you can't. You know what I'm saying? He had them floors clean, okay? So, we didn't know. It just that once I don't know what triggered us to figure out, to get the vents cleaned. I don't know what, something triggered him to say, we should get the vents cleaned out. I was like, the vents? He was like, yeah, I think we should get the vents cleaned out. So, you can ask your property manager to get my vents cleaned out. They're like, what you mean? I ain't clean no vents. Okay. So, we went on and took care of everything. That was an expensive bill. And they came up short on the back end. They were the one that had to wind up paying all that stuff back. So, we still had to handle it, so instead of paying you, we paid to get that fucking mold out the house. That's what we did. Like, you know how much that shit cost? And they shut it up. They had to shut it up at least 2 months because we paid a grip. They had the whole house clean, vents clean, the ventilation system clean. They told me I was mold outside too. I said, look, I ain't got no time, but
it's got to go.
But like you said,
that's just like what Cosmic talking about. The mold gotta go. I don't care how it's gonna go, or how much it's gonna cost.
Right.
Gotta do. We talking about real life here. This mold got to go. The mold been around too long. You got to get rid of it.
And you think you're getting away from it.
And guess what?
Yeah.
You're getting away from it because what did he tell you, cuz? It's coming back.
Yeah, but it's coming back. But the thing is, it never left though. That's the thing.
Right.
See, because we're still dealing with the effects.
I'm still dealing with it, yeah.
So the thing is, the crazy thing is not crazy. We gotta stop, like I said, cause we gotta stop saying crazy.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
We gotta stop saying crazy. So she had talked to an Indian doctor, right?
Right.
And it was just a free consultation.
A free
for like
consultation.
30 minutes.
Holistic Indian.
Holistic doctor. I said, just I had an Indian doctor too, but yeah. So she talked to her. She talked to her
15-minute
for
consultation.
15 minutes, and in 15 minutes, she told her exactly what the problem was. The first thing she said was, "It sounds like you dealing with mold."
Like, and you gotta think, I'm continuing eating all the stuff from the stores, not looking at the back of the stuff, and so all that contributed. Not only was I breathing, I was eating it too.
Yeah,
so even though I moved, I still was eating. Yeah. So but
she not only was she
so she
was consuming it physically too.
Yeah,
and when you
so
oppress
now
people spiritually, they can't come up physically. How can you come up physically if you're oppressed physically? Excuse me, spiritually. You have a net over you every day.
Wow, that's a good way. That's a good analogy right there. A net over you. Woo, man.
Yes, and you wonder why you wake up and and even with just. And this is kind of off topic, but the physical manifestation of them chopping down all the female trees, and now we only have male trees. Why you think our allergies are the way they are now? There's an overabundance of pollen, spores in the air that are oppressing your respiratory system, which is how you breathe. Your nose, your ear, your throat, all that's connected. That's all one canal within your face, right? Sinus.
I go see an ENT doctor for ear, nose, and throat. That's who I have to go see. But yeah, you're right.
And now you are forever tied to a medical system, unless
that's what I'm saying.
Unless you decide
to find herbs. Which you already know.
Yes.
Yes.
The herbs and we could talk about that. I don't know, because that's something you want to touch on, but how do you defeat this demon? It's a demon.
Right.
I was going to say something about that. Now, when you take the herbs, I was trying to tell her, when you taking the herbs, you cannot take over-the-counter medicine with the herbs, because that's almost like suppressing the herbs. It's not going to work. So that's what I was trying to tell her. They're going to end up fighting each other, and it might not, it might not go out well. Your stomach might end up hurting, or something might end up, end up going on because of the two, medicines that you mix. You mix two medicines. So I was telling her, like, you gotta choose, man. Like, this is the hardest part of, your spiritual, physical, and mental fight. It's going to come to a part where your body is really going to push you to the point of submitting, almost like UFC, because, like, when they make you submit and tap out, your soul going to make your ass tap out, bro. I'm telling you. And you don't want that shit to happen to you.
Right.
So you got to choose. You got to be like, all right, bro. Because your body's telling you that, all right, what you doing ain't right.
Yeah.
If you go this way, which is the right way, the natural way, give me some time and it'll work.
Right, because it's not going to be an instant like the medication they give you. Even the medication isn't healing you. It's just
the thing is that even with taking herbs, you have to go through a series of detoxification, because the medicine is only suppressing what is going on with you. It's only suppressing. The herbs actually heal you. They don't want you healed. They want you coming back.
Yeah.
Because they need that round the clock money. This is how Big Pharma stays in business. This is how these doctors stay in business, because they're only a medical practicing. They're only practicing on you medically. They're not healing you. Are they doctors to heal? No. That's not Big Pharma's thing. They are practicing medicine. They tell you.
Keyword practice.
Yeah,
practicing.
Yeah,
so
they practicing.
Practicing and trying to act like
only you.
With you. They know what's wrong with you. They know exactly what's wrong with
you.
But if you don't advocate for yourself in these doctor offices and make sure that you tell them, I don't want to be suppressed, I want to be healed, then they're only going to just put you on this cycle. Just like they do the subscriptions with Netflix. It's the same thing. You getting this medicine every month and you calling them like, I need more shit. I need more of my shit. You know what I'm saying? So
the pharmacy calling you. The pharmacy calling you now. Like
permission. You're giving them permission every month to do this to you. And you're allowing it to happen. But what happens is when you switch from the medicine to the herbs, there's a point where you have to get it out your body. You're going to have to detox. And you may get worse before you get better, because you're going to have to submit to what is actually going on in your body and surrender to say, hey, something's wrong with me and I don't want to be suppressed anymore. I want to be healed. And now I can get on a regimen with a homeopathic doctor that will actually heal me with herbs. You know what I'm saying? And with supplements and with a different diet and with working out and all of these different things that actually that are going to heal your body. This is why they want you working 8 hours a day. You don't have time to do anything else, but you just go home and suppress yourself. This is why you go home and you drink and you know what I'm saying, and you sit on the couch and you just numb yourself with dopamine, because all day you've been submitting and suppressed by your oppressive ass motherfucking job, and now you're trying to go home to get solitude. You leave one box to go to another box.
Right, we go to another box. Right.
Teach.
You're going from one oppressive state to the next. And you're living in mold in both places, because Cuz said they have mold outside. So shit, mold is every motherfucking way, right? Everywhere you go, you got mold. So you're just oppressed. Everywhere you go.
The mold done followed you all the way home from that weak ass job you were.
And the crazy thing about the medicine is the prescription medicine get y'all because you put me did this, the placebo, right? And placebo in the prescription medicine.
Yes, just like that's what happened with C19, where they had some of the some of the juice. You know what I'm saying? Was a placebo. They admitted this. This is again. Do your own research.
Right.
You don't have to listen to me. I'm just the messenger.
Placebo gives you an autistic mind, so it makes you think that what you're taking is actually working.
That's the first
fucking with your brain.
All is mine.
Yes. So all the medicine that you take from that you get from behind the counter, that your doctor prescribes you, is mind altering medicine. It's telling you one thing, but the actuality is doing everything's in fucking reverse, bro. I'm saying, just look at the world in reverse with the Uno card.
Yes.
Because that's literally.
People sit up here and say, "Oh, the herbs aren't working." The herbs are working. Your mind is just thinking because
it's telling you
connected to the white man pills, the white man white pills, that you don't think that the trees that come off of the tree out back that Mother Nature gave to you. That's why you think Mother is nurturing. Mother takes care of you. Mother heals you back to whole. And it's just like, bruh, if you keep allowing your brain to be fucked up by these people, they win every day. They go to bed laughing to the home, to the bank, with your money that you can't afford to do anything in this world. But you gonna make sure you get them pills though, ain't you? Gonna make sure you get them diabetes shots, and they all of those are you just have a deficiency in something. You're lacking in something. If you're lacking in vitamin D, you need to go spend 6 months in a hot ass climate that got sun. You don't need no vitamin D pills.
Yeah, or just go outside for like half an hour, 45 minutes. My nigga sit outside, get some sun.
But you go from the job, from your house to the job, from your house to the job. You're not getting no sunlight. You're not getting no sunlight. You go home and you go to work. You go to work and you go home. When do you go outside? When do you touch grass? When do you smell the roses? When you put your feet in the water? Do you go to the beach? When I go to the beach, I tan. Oh, black people, we too black to tan. But so then why are you vitamin D deficient? If you too black to tan, why are you vitamin D deficient, Mrs. Melanin? Because your melanin has to get activated. It has to get activated. The sun is life-giving. So if you don't get outside and get sun, even when you're sick, your mama said go outside and get fresh air. You need to go outside and get fresh air because the air in your house is recycled. You're breathing in recycled air. That's why I hate the AC. The AC gives me the worst congestion. It didn't used to do that. AC be giving me the worst congestion in the morning, especially. It's the worst.
It do make you congested. Because you know why? When that bitch reached a certain temperature, that motherfucker don't keep coming on. So it's off. So ain't nothing circulating that. So everything just stiff.
And what's one of the things of mold? Stagnant.
I'm with y'all like fresh air.
You ever smelled the still
stagnant water stinks? Yeah.
A still body of water is current. It has to keep moving. If it's not being filtered, that's why they have filters to filter out what doesn't need to go through, right? So that's why they have air filters to filter the air. This is why they made air filters for the house.
And I have a fire too. Yeah, I had one. I had one on my bed. Yeah.
You have to have balance. You can't be too far on the left. You can't be too far on the right. You got to be in the middle way. The center has to be balanced.
Well, somebody that's suffering from diabetes, how you feel like? Gatekeeper, since you suffer from diabetes, how do you feel about that? Because that got to be tough saying you can't take your insulin. That's crazy.
So it's tough when, at a young age when you told your pancreas doesn't work and you don't produce insulin, right? And then I'm going back now, like
okay.
And then to now when I get this information, especially about the pills and stuff, like I can't stand taking pills. I literally can't stand it. Like a vitamin. I don't even want a vitamin that's in pill form. You know what I mean? Like I don't even. And she talked about the vitamin D. I was outside today for like how many hours watching softball. I got enough vitamin D from the sun. So my daughter was like, "Dang, you got brown." I said, "Yeah, I'm on that sun, but I feel good though." But to answer your question, like that's why I was listening because that's something that affects me. That's something that we're talking about the pills and the insulin and the filtration of us is our kidneys. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's our filtration system. That's what they do. They filter out all the toxins. So with somebody like me, who had toxins inside, when there's toxins inside you, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's the worst feeling. That is the worst feeling when you got toxins that are not being all cleaned out. You know what I'm saying? So now that's what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm actually dealing with right now. What she just talked about. And it's tough. It's really, really tough. But I told Cuz yesterday, I was like, I'm getting off of all these pills that I'm on. I'm not taking pills. Like, I don't care what I have to do. Like, I'm not taking pills. And eventually, I'm not going to be doing dialysis either because I'm already in my mind. Like, I'm going to fight this however I have to. Like, I'm going to win this battle.
Right.
Mella, it's hard, Mella.
Yeah.
It's hard. I've sat in the rooms and cried because, like, well, what am I gonna do? I gotta live. I gotta
Right.
live.
Yes.
I gotta be here. Yeah, I got a lot to live for, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a struggle. I'm the one that's going to the. I'm the one they calling, Mello, when you said the pharmacy calling you now.
Yeah.
I'm the one with the messages. It's time to refill this. Time to refill that.
What's going on? Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Do you want to refill? And like you say, they're practicing. Oh, we need to change your medication to this because we think this one's going to work better than that.
I need to up your dosage and, all of this stuff.
How about if I just eat what I'm supposed to eat and I exercise, right? Why do I need it?
But who said that they don't tell us that because they want us to keep coming back. So they're not.
That's how they get the money.
Walk, do take a walk or something like that, but they don't.
That's how a lot of these doctors make money. They get commission to these pill companies. They have salespeople that go out and sell medicine to the doctors, and then the doctors will then in turn. Okay, well, if you can get this many patients on this medication, this is how much money you're gonna get. That's the same thing with cesareans. When people go have babies, and you have a cesarean,
it's all about the money.
It's all about the money. They get paid all this buku extra amount of money to do all these surgeries to take babies out by cesarean. I know that's off topic, but it's part of the medical mystery is what I like to call it. The medical mystery. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And you know another thing they quick to do, especially for those dealing with diabetes, they're quick to put you on Ozempic and them other things to try to make you lose.
Oh wow!
Hello, Manjaro. Yeah, that's new.
Dot.
Yes.
Yeah, that's new.
And that's new. Diabetes 2 especially. Because it
is new.
The weight.
That's the new wave. It went from the COVID shot to now this Ozempic shot. It just went from one shot to the next.
Weight,
and
then a lot of these
it's a lose weight. Keep your glucose levels.
It was a pill. Now you got people saying, "Why? If it's the pill, why not? Instead of the shot?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, I can't. Like, this is just too much. Like, it's just they like you saying they just going to keep on promoting what they're going to promote. So it's up to us if we want to buy into it or not. Because be honest with you." Some of the medicine does work, but it does more harm. You know what I'm saying? So if you take the medicine for you lose weight, and you lose the weight, right? But it's still doing something harm. There's a lot of side effects to it. So it's a catch-22.
For the side effects.
Yeah. Yes, it's a catch-22. So it's like, I see the result, but damn, now I got this to deal with. Yeah.
You go
like
from
for my
one
case,
thing.
right? I'm like,
go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, in my case, I was like, why am I tired, right? Well, do you realize, my wife looked it up, like, you realize you take 6 medications that make you tired?
Wow. I wish you...
Like literally...
That was the side effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That the side effects is that you're going to be fatigued.
Crazy, bro.
So, you know what I'm saying? And then, since you're fatigued, won't you take this? They'll give you something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like,
and then that medicine make you constipated, so then they got to give you some medicine for the constipation. And it's
right.
If you don't get your ass out of there, that shit'll kill you, bro. That shit will take you out.
Yes, it will.
Literally, that medicine will take you off the market.
It's all mine because
they know.
When I got out the hospital, I told Red, I said, my whole mind frame changed. Because before I went there, man, I think it's this, or let me take a puff of my inhaler. I think it's this, I need to take a shot, or whatever, right? When I got out of the hospital that last time, man, when I started changing my diet, and I started taking walks, and I started, because I tell you every time, what you doing, man? Going to my mall, taking my walk. Take my walk every day, right? So, and my whole mindset changed, and then that's when I realized it's the mind. Because before I was I need to take the medication to feel better. I don't need to take the medication to feel better because all I did was change my diet and exercise, and now my blood pressure is normal. You know, but no, we need to give you 2 more different blood pressure medications. No, you don't. I know what I gotta do. No, you don't. But they'll tell you get 30 minutes of exercise, but
yeah. But take this medicine too when you wake up and when you go to sleep.
Yeah. Come back right. Make sure you take your medicine in the morning. Make sure you take your medicine at night. They try to put you on this clock, on this schedule, control you, keep you coming back. I need you to come back. I need to see you every 3 months. I need to see you.
Yeah.
Write you another prescription.
Yeah. You only can get so many refills before you have to go back to the doctor. Before you to get more refills.
Right.
So it is every month.
And then they say, "Oh, you don't have any more refills. We got to call the doctor."
Right.
And that's
how much you think? And how much you think he getting from that?
Right.
And that's another side. That's another side of the battle too. Is your battle against what you've been doing and what you should be doing. Mm-hmm. And this is what I meant by when I made that video. You know what I'm saying? Not too long ago when I made a video about us not being in our right lane. Like Tupac said it. Like multiple people that said it. Malcolm X said it. So many people that said that we're not operating correctly. And I seen a young. I was actually on my YouTube right now, short. Seen a young boy. Man, boy probably like 7 years old. The other day saying that everything you want is in the. I think he said the quantum realm. I believe.
Quantum realm.
I don't want to miss. Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, the quantum realm. So I knew what he was talking about, right? So it was people in the comments being ignorant, being smart because they don't understand where he coming from. But it was people that did. But I knew exactly what he meant. And our people don't operate like that, and then they wonder why they don't get what they want or need. Because what you really want is ultimately what you need. It's really what it is, right? But we don't get that because we so used to operating in the same system. So if you look, like I said, like you said today, cause you see the world now as the game, like I was telling you before. So look at us as operating in hard mode for a long time. You got the different levels of the game: hard mode, medium, and easy. Right. So look at us as operating in the system as being a hard mode.
We're in a hard mode right now.
You operating in the wrong realm. This is where you get Stranger Things, the duality of the upside down, right? In the Matrix too. This is where all this comes into play at. So, as people of nature, if we not operating in our creation fully, and we still battling with the other side, we're gonna have a continuous battle until we choose the right side. That's where our people are at right now. Is not choosing the side that they need to be in, and operating in, like my young boy did say, is in the quantum realm. And that's why everybody is not happy. Nobody said that we had to operate in their system. That was a choice that we chose because we wanted everything that they threw in our face, the carrot.
Yes.
The house, the American dream. I tell everybody to watch Sandman, man. Watch Sandman.
Yeah.
This is where the realm come into play. This is where the American dream. It's called the American dream. We are not American. Yes.
You gotta be.
You are in their. You are in their dream. So everything that you do in their construct will never work for you. You will always be in the cycle.
Yes.
This is what me and Cuz are saying about you gotta pick a side. Always bet on yourself. They say this every time in gambling. Always, that's what they mean by bet on black. Always. Don't never fold. Our people fold a lot. Cause we fold under the pressure of, I gotta do it. Something ain't right. I gotta do it. Hey, you not now you folding. That's what they want you to do. You're not believing in yourself, like we just said, the mind.
The mind is
if y'all knew how mystical and magical this world was, y'all would not even fall for the construction at all.
Yep.
I am so serious.
This entire construct is the study of physics, right? Physics is nothing but the physical matters that make what we see as this entire realm. It's made up of atoms, right? And you know, if you actually study science and physics, which a lot of our people don't, but a lot of our ancient ancestors studied a form of physics. We call it now physics, but the quantum realm is essentially physics. You know, there's quantum physics. It's technically what it's called, right? And just to bring some context, cuz, to what you were talking about, the quantum realm, we are in a quantum entanglement. Us submitting to this system and being birthed into this system is technically a contract. It's a spiritual contract, but it's scientifically called a quantum entanglement, right? And we are in an entanglement with these people. We've been entangled with them in their system in order to basically see out their justice of what they want for themselves. So they wanted to oppress a society of people to basically fuel riches for them so that they can become powerful, so that they stay in power. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're seeing right now, the pull of power between good and evil. The polars of this quantum realm that we're in. It's just polars. So every day you're being faced with good and evil. And it's good, it's not good to anybody but yourself. It's good and evil unto you. This is why you have two sides. You have two hands, two legs, two eyes, two nostrils, two eyebrows, you have two ears, you have two lungs. You know what I'm saying? Like we have these things for a reason, because we are the manifestation of polar. That's why we have man and woman. It's either boy or girl. It's not child. It's either you're a female or a male. You know, and so when you walk outside, they ready. All right, ready player one, go.
Right.
Ready player one. Ready player two, go. Ready player three, go. And that's literally, and there's a movie, it's called Ready Player One. If you see that, you understand what I'm talking about. They call it game theory. Yeah, game theory. That's what people call it. The theory of that we're in a game, and that this is a technical, it's all of those things. It's everything. It's everything of what you ever thought it was, and everything that it's not. It is.
It is. Right.
It all exists at the same time.
We definitely in a movie. And if you say game, we a game and a movie. But I know I ain't gonna get on topic. That's maybe a topic for another episode. But we definitely in a movie right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell y'all. And Cuz put me on to this. I watched it last night. You need to watch the movie Snowden. I'm gonna tell you. I watched that. Man, I'm gonna tell you. It made me think about. It made me think about my entire family, because my whole family was in that situation. My own cuz, my own Red was in that situation. His whole childhood. And just watch the movie Snowden, and we gonna talk about it, because man, when he said something about, they talked about the COVID shot in that movie too.
Yes. Yep. All those years ago. Yeah.
All
they
those
did.
years ago.
They talked about it then, and then they said it's gonna be something else after that.
Yeah.
I ain't even talk to you about that one, cuz. But I was listening. I like, they said
They have to tell you the truth. They have to.
Yes, they do.
They have to. That's part of the rules of the game. You must tell the truth. But they found a way to disguise the truth so that it looks like fairy tale.
Right. So you wouldn't believe it.
Right, yeah.
Nobody believes movies, bro.
Right. No, what are you talking about? What are you talking about motives and everything? Shut up. Like, okay.
That's just a conspiracy theory. That's just a conspiracy.
Right, yes.
Okay.
Until you start being the one conspired against. And then what? Until you realize you're being conspired against. Then what?
Mm-hmm.
So it's...
Then what? Like...
What? What'd you say?
Yeah. No, I said, then what?
Yeah.
Then what? It's like...
Yeah, and really quick, I just wanted, I know we're coming like into time, but I wanted to talk about my physical manifestation of the awakening. So what happened with me is in 2017, I had started, well actually 2016, I started in 2016, I had surgery in 2017. But it was like late 2016, I had started getting really bad indigestion. What felt like indigestion. Okay, so especially at night when I went to go to sleep, and like my stomach would be in knots almost, and it felt like maybe I was having like acid reflux that was like going back into my stomach. So I ignored it. I was like, oh, I took some Tums, right, and just kept it moving with my life, again suppressing it, right. So it went away until the end of February 2017, and it was crazy because I worked all week at this. I was doing makeup at Chanel. I had worked all week going to this job, right? Doing training for at the time, we were doing like just some makeup training or whatever. And I was telling one of my coworkers, I'm like, yo, I've been feeling like this acid reflux, and it's like making my stomach hurt. I'm like, I may not be able to make the last day of training, is what I told her, because it started getting unbearable. Lo and behold, that night, I had actually like threw up. And so that never had happened. And I'm like, okay, something's like really going on here. So the next day I dropped Kennedy off, and I went up to the patients first, and I was talking to the lady. And she was like, well, we send out, because I wanted them to do an x-ray. And she was like, well, we send out x-rays, so you might as well just go to the emergency room and have them do it there. She said, but it sounds like you have gallstones. That's what she told me there. And I'm like, gallstones? I'm like, my mama had gallstones and had her gallbladder removed, but she was like in her 50s. I'm only like in my mid-30s, at the time. So I went over to, I'm like, all right, well, let me just go over here. So I went over to the emergency room. And at that time, the pain started to become unbearable. Like, to the point where when I got there, they started me on morphine because I was in that much pain. Like, I was like, literally, like bent over, like walking like this. You know what I'm saying? So went to the back. They did an x-ray on my abdomen. And I had gallstones the size of golf balls in my gallbladder. This big. And the lady said, had you have kept going any longer, your gallbladder would have erupted. And you know what happens with that, right? Because the gallbladder is actually one of our many different filters that we have. That one specifically for like fatty stuff, fats and stuff like that. So they started me on an antibiotic, and I had to have my gallbladder removed. Emergency surgery. So I would have had to go to surgery that night, but they decided to wait and do it for the morning. So I was scheduled for surgery in the morning, went down, started preparing, and I had an Indian doctor. And he was just joking with me, and he was so cool, he was so nice, such a great man, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, when you come out of the surgery, you're going to be a changed woman. That's what he said to me. He's like, you're going to be a new woman. You're going to feel so much better. You're going to be a changed woman. So I had the surgery or whatever. And, the next day I told myself, I said, I am going to eat different. I'm going to be different. I'm going to change. I'm going to do all these things, right? And so I was out of work for like a month. So I went back to work. So that was March. I went back to work in April. In April, I chose the higher timeline, and this girl walks in with these clear quartz wrapped in copper on her arm. She was a freelancer for Chanel at the time. Never seen this girl before. Her name was Sierra. And I asked her where she got her crystals from, and she told me, oh, you live in Laurel. There's a crystal shop right up the street from you in Laurel. It's called, whatever. So people don't know where the hell I'm at. It's called whatever. So I was like, word, it's a crystal shop. She said, yeah, girl, you just go in there and get you some crystals, and then you can find somebody to wrap it for you, and you can get a arm piece like me. And that was it. Like, I went to that crystal shop that day, and that was it. That was it. And that's how I, like, just spiraled into my awakening, because I had surgery, because literally I was being suppressed. There was, at the time, like, I just knew, like, I was miserable. There's more to life. This can't just be life. And that was at the time when I made a decision that, you know, I was no longer going to follow Christianity, because everything they said that I do, that I love to do, I'm going to go to hell for. And so I'm like, well, shit, if I'm going to go to hell, I might as well go to hell happy, you know, that I live life. So that was my philosophy. And so I decided to, like, not even denounce Christianity, but just start to move away from it, you know. And it's literally the series of events just all started happening one by one by one by one by one. You know, until now I was forced into a lifestyle by literally having surgery. Right. But I always joke and say how, like, this Indian doctor, I know that he, like, activated my chakras. He did something to me, because that man told me before I fell asleep on that table, he said, you're going to be a changed woman when you wake up.
Wow. And so when you woke up, that you're like you said, that you stepped into it, you received it, you stepped into it.
He spoke it.
Yes.
Yeah, he spoke it.
Just like we speak life. Right, this is like what we're doing now, speaking life into people. I'm so glad that he said that. And that internalized, you just kind of like just kept going and kept growing, and literally, because I love your jewelry. You did a whole jewelry line.
Yeah, I still make jewelry too, but I also created an entire jewelry line, of course, you know. That same year I started my spiritual YouTube. September 2017, I started my spiritual YouTube. I started working at a crystal shop, doing readings, like, you know, and I'd never done anything like this before, but it's like when I accepted my gifts and everything that the universe had in store for me is when things just started happening, you know, for me. And it was literally like overnight.
You ever heard that slogan about, you know, you would hate to be on your deathbed and you see all your gifts standing around you, talking about, damn, what a waste. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All your gifts are standing around the bed. Yeah, like, damn, like, that's what people
because they have unfinished business, because there's shit in life that they never did, that they knew they should have been doing that they didn't do.
And that's what I mean by letting go. Some people take letting go, for instance, by like, oh, just let go. No, that's not what I mean. What I mean by there's something else inside. You have many gifts. And we choose not to accept that we have other gifts inside of us that we need to activate, that wants to be activated. And we choose to push that away, and that's just from us being oppressed. That's all it is. Not allowing all our gifts to come out. Because we are multi-talented. That's where they get multiverse from. That's what we are. So, and that's what we're created to do. We're created to do multiple things. But if we don't accept it, and this is where everything comes in at. Sometimes we don't want to put something down because we've been doing it for so long. We love doing it. We don't want to do anything else. But all you're doing is studying your growth. You're studying all what we're speaking about now. Your spiritual, your physical, and your mental. You're stunting all that growth. It's not allowing you to grow. So it's okay to step into something new and allow yourself to grow, because that is almost the reincarnation of you. Again. It's your physical, mental, and spiritual body all over again. It's stepping into something new and not being afraid of that, and accepting the goddess and God inside of you, and don't be afraid, and realize that you have been created to do multiple things, and there is nothing in the construction that's going to give you no satisfaction that your creation wasn't going to give you.
That's well said. That's well said. Don't you guys think? Yes. Wow. So, last words, you guys. Last words. Gatekeeper, you got something you want to say before we get off?
See, I think Red put it. He closed it out right there. I ain't nothing to say.
All right. Got anything you want to say to the people?
I mean, all I want to say is I hope y'all listening. I hope y'all not only listening but pertaining. Hope y'all getting it. I hope y'all waking up. Hope y'all getting what we saying and just take it and learn from it. And not only learn from it, grow from it.
Yes.
Just like you said. So see y'all next time.
Yes.
Slow
Hey, Miss Cosby
wins the
Cutie.
race.
Yes. I actually was saying that today. Yes.
Wins the race. So don't rush
Every
your
time.
third eye. Don't rush your third eye
Not a
open.
spring.
Don't rush your third eye open. Let it just be natural. Let it come to you naturally.
Yes.
Like my man Nip said, it's a marathon. Like my wife told me, like you just said, cuz she said to allow me to come into my awakening. I said, okay.
Yes.
So you know what I'm saying? We gotta realize that same thing for you, cuz like I said, you know, it's just that when you get to a certain place in your journey, you know, you want to bring your loved ones with you.
Yeah.
But you gotta realize they gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? When they were supposed to get there, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just the love that you have for them. That's it. That's why we all sitting here right now.
Yeah.
It's just all love.
Yes. The love that we have for the people. All of us. Yes.
That's all it is.
Yes.
So.
But thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Trinity. We'll catch you guys soon on the next one. Bye bye.
Peace out, y'all.